Hey, what's up my fellow reefers, Fragbox TV. So if you watched the end of our last video, the refugium light, the giveaway, we just asked you to comment below so that we can give one away, and we chose Outdoor, what's your name? Outdoor Freedom. Hit us up. We have your free innovative marine light here. Okay, now to get to the video, today I want to talk to you about the display tank here in the store. We're going to do a video update. Okay, so couple problems. Like I said early on, I want to talk to you guys about the good and the bad with this tank and when it comes to reef keeping. Number one, flower pot, gonipora. This guy, not doing terribly well. Will open one day, close for a couple days. This one quite a bit smaller. And we were having problems over here with some other flower pots. Same thing. So these two, the blue and the kind of rainbowy one, they're looking okay. This one actually lost some tissue, right? I don't know if you can see right inside there. They do open not as big or as plump as they used to. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the tank. This is a new one that I added because I just wanted to see how it would do. And he looks fine. He's happy and open and what I like to see from a flower pot. So we did an ICP test on this tank. If you don't know what that is, it's a really high grade water test. So we take our water here, we send it down to the States, they run it through this fancy big machine, and then you get back this 40-point analysis, a lot of things that you can't test with your standard test kits that are out there. So what that told us was that our iodine was really low. It was 0.00, undetectable. Why I think that is, this system here has a lot of soft corals and it's connected to a larger frag system in the basement with a shit ton of zoas, and zoanthids really love iodine. So that's depleted and it's running super low. And then the other thing it told us was this one chemical called manganese, which is not magnesium, manganese, which is also it's quite important for flower pot. It's crucial for their survivability in a reef tank. So I've started dosing very slowly. Like whenever you do anything new, we always recommend slow. I started adding this micro E from aqua. So it's a mix of, I'm waiting for lab grade manganese to come in, but this is basically a mix of heavy metals, trace elements that are missing. We don't water change this system actually at all. I can do a whole nother video talking about water changes if you want to learn more on how we're running it like that, but this system sees virtually no water changes. So what I think is happening is that the trace elements that you would normally get back from your salt have been depleted. We should probably do a small water change, but I'm going to see if I can get away without doing a water change and just use this manganese supplements here. So that's one of the issues going on right now with this. Second issue, the little zoa garden that I had planned here, not looking so hot. So you can see these, what were they? Mickey D's, some red oxides, Pineapple Express, which should be growing like a weed. They should have taken over this plug entirely right now. They're not doing so great. So this may just not be a good spot for zoas. Maybe not enough light, maybe too much flow, too close to the frog spawn. I'm not really sure why they're not doing good here. These ones up here, a little higher up, the scrambled eggs and the Illuminatis seem to be growing and doing well. And then over on this side, we have the purple monsters, which have probably tripled in size, but they're growing into the hammer. So it's probably time to move those guys out of the way. Here's our trusty Nero app. I'm just going to turn off the flow because the videos look really cool actually from the top down. I can talk more about the corals. Pumps off. That's how easy it is to use this app. Nero, I'm always giving them shout outs. That's my sidetrack for the video. Awesome pumps. Other than those two, everything else seems to be doing really well. Torches are happier and longer than ever. I have to start thinking about possibly fragging them. This clown has decided to go ahead and host them, so he's got a nice house. We added a new tabling yellow species of Australian aquapora. I'm not really sure what the species is, but if you know what it is, maybe comment below and help us out. I'm not sure, but it's cool and it should table out nicely. We added another Maxima clam because we don't get clams in too often, and we got in a nice shipment of clams, so I took that opportunity to add one more. This guy over here is probably getting too much light. This is the Starburst Monty. Oh, sorry. And I think it's probably bleaching out. It's a lot lighter than I want to see. And oh, we added these. I'm not sure how I feel about them yet. These are the new diffusers from 3D Reefing. Guys, how do we feel about the Hydra diffusers? Everyone's having lunch over here right now. Matt says no. Tia says?
Really cool.
Tia says they're cool. Dylan, what opinion? Dylan doesn't have an opinion.
Yeah, no, you like I like how they look very futuristic and modern.
Changes the look completely. Yeah, but yeah, okay, undecided. We're trying them out. We always like to try things in the store before we sell them. Almost every product on the shelf is something we stand behind. We're not just going to sell stuff for the just to sell it. Two other corals that I've added recently. I'm looking for nice acros here on top, so I went with this cool, almost translucent, vibrant yellow tenuous. And this guy over here, I'm not sure what he was, but he was kind of speaking to me, and he's starting to plate out nicely onto the rock. And I shouldn't have done that actually. What I normally do is use these frag holder things here. They're called frag saver rocks. So it's like a rock, but it has a hole in the bottom so that you can just plug your plug into. And then if this guy gets too big one day, you want to move it, it makes your colonies mobile. So I don't know why I did that. I basically forgot and glued it straight to the rock. So I'm committed now to that piece. If I don't use these, then another trick that I have is like for this larger Tortusa acro you can see here, I'll glue it to a smaller piece of the Stax flat rock. I try and keep the corals as mobile as possible. So if I got to take them out or frag them or move them, I'm not committed. I can easily do that. Sorry buddy, to take you out of the water there. But I do that with a lot of the corals. Just because over time as they grow, you want to keep them, yeah, basically as mobile as possible. We haven't added too many corals. That's because it's getting full pretty quick. This tank is, I don't know, 5 months oldish. The hammer garden is looking pretty full. I don't think I have any more room for any other colors. And I wanted a nice acan garden down here. I always love doing acan gardens, but the Duncan is doing incredibly well now, and he's shading this entire area. So they're not getting enough light. The clam is exploding. So I'm actually going to yank him out today, frag off some pieces of it. Sorry buddy, you've done so well that you're going to get cut. But I'm going to take him out, chop him up, and then open up this whole area to sort of get some more light in there so that I can do a nicer kind of acan garden. And the clam's going to go too probably. Sorry buddy, you're beautiful. Someone else can enjoy you in their reef aquarium. So we're going to just take this guy out. I got him wedged in the rock here. Give them a little shake so that the polyps close on it, and I'm going to cut it. I'll show you actually how I cut it with the bandsaw. Probably just going to keep this piece right here, but let me take you to the basement and show you how it's done. Okay, so I really like this stem here. So this is actually a really, really easy coral to frag. It's literally... There's no damage to it. This is where the tissue starts, and this is yeah, it's very, very easy to frag, but I really like how tall this is. It's unusual. This is all dead actually here, and it's only the tissue here and the polyps that are alive. So I'm going to go ahead and put him back in maybe a new spot. Actually, I think I'm going to turn it into a vertical tree. Doing that because this flat piece will be a lot easier to glue down, and then this will get turned into frags and will show up in our store in a couple days. Glue. Okay, so as you can see, it's opened up a lot of light in that part of the tank. So I just got to decide where I'm going to stick this guy now, because wherever I put him, he's going to create quite a bit of shade. But I really love Duncan, and I want to showcase it, so I think I'm going to try and... Sorry, hermits. Sorry, buddies. You guys are going for a walk. See if I can't glue him down right here, so he'll still be like front and center. That's it. That'll be his new home. We'll see in a couple days if he opens up, if he's happy there. Move this guy over. Now it's giving me a lot of room over on this side of the tank to kind of build out the acan garden. I always love doing acan gardens. I really like this clam. Beautiful maxima. He's been here for a while, but just sticking with the acan theme, I'm going to remove him from the rock slowly, and then just give me a lot more room to build that out. So I've gone ahead and moved also this acan over here onto the rock. The cool thing about the acan lords, they can be directly touching, and you can make a garden. They're not going to hurt anything. I've kind of disrupted the sand a little bit too. But yeah, I really, really like acans. I got to do a video on keeping them in general, because it's one of my favorite LPS corals out there. And just to test my theory here, well, I guess it's not really a theory, but what's going on with the zoas, I've taken the one Pineapple Express and just moved it to a different spot in the tank, so much higher up, higher light, higher flow, and then we'll see. I expect those to grow a lot faster than they're currently growing. So yeah, a couple issues with the tank, nothing major, but I'll give it a week or two before we do another update, see if we figure out what's going on. But I think that's it for today's video. If you guys get any questions, you know, you can always hit us up. I'll leave our contact info or comment below. Yeah, that's it for today's video. Once again, thanks for watching, guys, and happy reefing.